Police are keeping a close watch on their 4 persons of interest in the murder of Ben Bradley, and they are still determined to put the case before a judge after failing to get their day in court. It's been a long haul.
And you're not giving up?
Absolutely not. Made a promise to the Bradleys that we wouldn't, and we're not going to.
Do you believe one day, as sure as you're sitting here? Why is this emotional for you?
Talking to Ken Bradley all these years, knowing that his mom had such a difficult time, knowing how close we are, it wears on you emotionally.
But there's still a lot of digging to do. And there's one piece of crucial evidence still out there that they would love to get their hands on. It's Ben Bradley's single most prized possession. And finding it could go a long way towards solving his murder, his custom-made snowboard.
His board was missing, you know, the backpack was missing, these things. So I figured it was a robbery.
If you could figure out where that snowboard has been over the last 10 years, it might lead you back to the person who had it.
Absolutely, it'd be another piece of evidence that we could corroborate with statements.
And what is so special about this particular snowboard? I paid a visit to the manufacturer, Never Summer, in Denver, Colorado, to find out.
So this is the board that was a lot like Ben's.
Yeah, this is one of our custom boards.
Tell me, how does this work?
Yeah, just you pop off these tip clips, and then it just comes apart like this.
So these two are the portions that you would use to climb up the hill.
Yeah.
Ben paid well over $1,000 for this one-of-a-kind custom board, choosing his own graphics and placing the order online.
The board was what color?
Black and red on the bottom, and the top was black with an eagle on it, different colors in it.
The number's just behind the front binding.
This is board 97. Ben's board was 55.
Yeah, Ben's was number 55.
And back in Rock Springs, police say they have never been so close to getting their hands on that board. It involves the person of interest, Tracy Warren, and a shocking piece of testimony.
One of Tracy Warren's siblings had called our office and stated that the snowboard had been in Tracy's house.
Who said this?
Tracy's sister.
I went to Tracy's sister's house to see if I could get some answers.
Hi, it's Michelle Sigona from Crime Watch Daily. Are you home? We're trying to get answers in the Ben Bradley murder investigation. Can you help? Do you know anything about the snowboard? Obviously, her vehicles are here, and she's home, but she's not going to come to the door.
And police say Tracy's parents also told them they saw the snowboard in Tracy's living room. I tried them at home, too.
Hello? Hello, is anyone here? That was Tracy's mom. She's refusing to speak to us. So, do you believe Ben Bradley and Tracy Warren's paths crossed?
Absolutely.
And then I found Tabitha, a soft-spoken young woman who does not want to give her last name or show her face on camera. She says she has a special connection to both Tracy Warren and Chris Dove.
I did date both those guys, and they were a couple of the nicest guys I've ever dated. They would open car doors for me. They were always concerned about me and my well-being, like very gentlemen towards me.
You don't
Very
think
much
that there's
so.
any way that either one of those men could have harmed Ben Bradley?
Not in my opinion, no.
No?
No.
Do you
Not
still
in their
love
right,
them?
Not in their right state of mind anyway.
Not in the right state of mind? What does that mean?
Do you think that maybe drugs may have impacted their decision?
I couldn't say.
Were they on drugs at the time?
I don't know.
And then we get right to the point.
Who do you think killed Ben Bradley?
I don't want to say that on record, you know? I mean, I didn't even really know the guy, but I don't think it's appropriate for me to
Can you please
say
just
it
tell
on
me
your
the name?
cameras and
What
crap.
if I turn the camera off?
I've already told the cops who I think it was.
Who do you think? What is his name?
I'm not going to say it on camera.
It's all more grist for the mill in what has become a massive murder investigation over the years.
It's not solved. We still need leads. A lot of these people have changed.
And today, Ben's parents returned to Rock Springs for the first time in 10 years to meet with the dedicated cops who were trying to solve their son's murder.
Hey, man.
Good to meet
Good to finally meet you.
We've been talking to you for years now, man.
It has been a long
You
time.
too.
A lot has happened since they were here in the days following Ben's disappearance, and police expect a lot more will be happening down the road.
Was there any more? You had mentioned there was some other forensics that were
There are
still that are out that
We
haven't
probably
been.
won't talk about them right now, but
Yeah, cool.
there are. We can give you updates on that.
And then the hardest part for these grieving parents, something they have thought about and put off for a very long time until they were ready.
A lot has happened in 10 years.
A lonely ride out to the middle of the desert north of Rock Springs on their first ever visit to the spot where their beloved son was found murdered at Boar's Tusk.
What gave you the strength to be able to make this trip now?
I've always wanted to come out here and see where he was last. And I'm glad I did.
I just don't understand why they would leave him on top of the ground out here. We're just lucky that happened rather than being buried. If he was buried, we probably would never have gotten anywhere.
I'm
With
glad
this,
they
we'd be
did.
another unsolved murder with no clue or no starting point.
Right there where the green flag
Is where Ben was found.
correct.
And finally, the time has come to leave a parting token of their own in this wilderness. They don't know when or if they will ever return to this place, but Mary and Ken erect a cross above the spot where Ben was found. And there it will stay in his memory and in their hearts, and in hopes that justice will soon prevail.
I always just wanted to spend a few moments to talk with him because I know he's here right now.
Are you glad you came? Yeah, too.